So this is a more lighthearted, comical story where you have Samuel L. Jackson saying the election of Donald Trump broke Brie Larson. Now this warms my heart. This is a very uplifting story because Brie Larson, for a long time, and I don't hold anything against her now, but there was a point in time where she was, well, for lack of a better word, she was an absolute bitch. She would go out of her way to make insulting and racist statements about white men, and it was divisive, it was intolerant, it was off putting, which is normal in Hollywood, by the way. So I understand, like, her positions are normal for Hollywood, but then again, so is grooming and sexualizing kids. That's normal in Hollywood. Murdering infants in the womb is normal in Hollywood. I mean, Hollywood is not an example of morals or virtue or character. Really, it's an example of absolutely nothing. It is a loathsome cesspit filled with some of the worst of humanity. There are a couple exceptions, like James Woods and Sylvester Stallone and a couple other people, but you also have Arnold Schwarzenegger, who used to be one of the coolest guys on the planet, but then he became an old man and became doughy, and then started going back to his Austrian roots and saying, "Oh, fuck your freedoms," and saying, "Heaven is not real. That is a fairy tale. That is an illusion." It's like, dude, fuck you. You know, ridiculous. So yeah, Brie Larson was apparently broken by the election of Donald Trump. That's worth taking a gander at. Actress Samuel L. Jackson, who reprised his role as Nick Fury in the upcoming Disney Plus series Secret Invasion, recently revealed that the election of Donald Trump broke the broke the actress Brie Larson. Speaking with Rolling Stone's Marlo Stern, Jackson said, "You're gonna be in the Marvels with Brie Larson, and you two are good pals. She got so much hate for playing Captain Marvel from the more sexist side." Samuel L. Jackson, you fucking... No, it wasn't from the sexist side of the fan base. It was because she was unbearable. She was toxic. She had no personality. She was off-putting. So, like I said, Hollywood is filled with people who believe stuff like this. And I like Samuel L. Jackson. He's a great actor. He's been in some of my favorite movies. He's Mace Windu, for God's sake. But, yeah, this is what they believe. That she got so much hate because they're just sexist. They just don't like women. How about they don't like this woman? This one. Because of what she would say. What was it like to see her go through that? Oh, Jackson was asked. Oh, so it's this cocksucking piece of shit from Rolling Stone. I see. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That's you know what? That makes me feel a lot better. That does. That genuinely makes me feel a lot better. It's this it's this sword swallower right here, Marlo Stern. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl. I don't give a shit. But they asked him this question, and they framed it that way. First, Jackson relayed how the two actors bonded. Brie's a stronger person than people give her credit for. We had done Kong together, okay. We became great friends. Then, when she was doing her movie Unicorn Store and trying to get a particular actor, I was in the makeup trailer with her, and she was like, "Why are you going to hire this other actor and not trying to get me to make this movie? I didn't think you'd ever do it, so will you?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it, okay." Cool. Jackson then detailed they continued their bond. When the election of Donald Trump broke her, he relayed, Then we bonded through the election while we were doing her movie when Donald Trump won. She was broken, and I was like, don't let him break you. You have to be strong. Oh. You have to be strong now. Donald Trump won. Because Hillary, or Killary, whatever you want to call her, because Hillary Clinton didn't win, she was broken. Oh, I'm so traumatized. You have to be strong now. I mean, this this is the type of human being that exists in Hollywood. You have to be strong now. You notice that I didn't get any comforting words and America didn't get any comforting words when a corrupt pedophile corpse by the name of Joe Biden and somebody who is perpetually affected by Joker's laughing gas, Kamala Harris, when they won, there was no, well, you don't let him break you. You have to be strong now. No, it was like, yeah, we won. This is great. Joe Biden, one of the worst, most corrupt presidents in U.S. history. No, everything's fine. Brie Larson's fine with it. Samuel Jackson's fine with it. No, it's fine. It's just Trump. Trump's the worst. He broke her. It's like, get real. I mean, God, you're such a bunch of fucking weirdos. That's what you are. You're a bunch of fucking weirdos. Donald Trump was one of the best presidents we've had, and his election was a miracle for this country, and it put it on life support for a couple years. But then the powers that be, they got Joe Biden back, they got the establishment back, and the country is going to shit. Where's the apology from people like Brie Larson and Samuel L. Jackson? You're never going to get that apology. They're never going to hold themselves accountable for their shit opinions, their shit takes, and being fucking dead-ass wrong. Then, when she got Captain Marvel, she called me and was like, they want me in the Marvel Universe. Should I do it? And I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. But she's not going to let any of that stuff destroy her. I mean, whatever. Jackson then derided Larson's critics. These incel dudes who hate strong women. I mean, come on. Or the fact she's a feminist who has an opinion and expressed it. So, I mean, this is actually worse than the initial statement. So, no, it's not incels. I mean, I'm sure there's some incels who hate Captain Marvel, but the character of Captain Marvel and the person of Brie Larson, they're both genuinely terrible. Now, I know she's your friend, but you have to understand, I don't know Brie Larson. I don't care to know Brie Larson. What I know about her is that she said some divisive, incendiary, woke bullshit things. She insulted people based on the color of their skin and the fact that they're men. She said, well, when we're critiquing or reviewing something, I don't really want white men to talk about it. I want to hear from other people. So, discounting people based on the color of their skin and based on their genitalia. That is racist and that is sexist. People didn't like that. She is not naturally a likable person. So they called her out on that. This has nothing to do with being a strong woman because Brie Larson is not a strong woman. She is a person who was so triggered and broken by the election of Donald Trump. Donald Trump, who was the best fucking president we've had in my lifetime. He was better than any of the garbage, the filth that you leftists in Hollywood have ever elected. He was better than Obama, better than Bush by a long shot, better than Clinton. So, you say she's strong. She's not. They hate strong women. They love strong women. But not the strength that you're talking about. Not the artificial Hollywood strength where a woman can only be one-dimensional, like Ray. Everyone wants people to be who they want to be. She is who she is, and she's genuine to that. Why couldn't he have just said this? Why did he have to add in his hate and his filth up here? I mean, this is pure bullshit. It's absolute nonsense. So Larson became infamous after her Crystal Awards acceptance speech, where she derided white male critics. She said during the speech, "I don't need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work for him about a wrinkle of time. It wasn't made for him." Well, I'm sorry, but comic books weren't made for you. Comic books weren't made for pretentious, narcissistic Hollywood people. Hollywood was made for, not Hollywood, comic books were made for everyday people to enjoy. But now you have people in Hollywood trying to take it for themselves because it's popular, but they've ran that in the ground. I want to know what the film meant to women of color, to biracial women, to teen women of color, to teens that are biracial. I mean, could you get any more just absolutely vapid and racist? And for the third time, I don't hate white dudes. These are just the facts. These are not my feelings. They are your feelings, and they are ridiculous, and they are racist against white people. Leading up to and following the release of Captain Marvel, Larson pushed her brand of intersectional feminism while promoting the film. She told InStyle, "The movie was the biggest and best opportunity I could have ever asked for. It was like my superpower. This could be my form of activism, doing a film that can play all over the world and be in more places than I can be physically." That activism included the promotion of inclusion riders, which mandates racial and gender quotas for actors and staff. Larson said, "Inclusion has to be a choice. It's not going to happen naturally. You have to really fight for it." Again, racism and judging people based on immutable characteristics rather than the content of their character, rather than the quality of their work, rather than merit. During an appearance at Tina Brown's Women in the World conference in New York, Larson made it clear that she would use any kind of privilege she has to push her radical ideas. "If I have any sort of privilege, I immediately want to spend it." You don't have any privilege. You are an unbearable, unlikable person, and people are already shitting on the Marvels movie. And no, Samuel L. Jackson, you wrinkly old bastard, it's not because we hate strong women. People like me love complex, strong, well-told women. But my definition of a strong woman and Hollywood's definition of a strong woman is leagues apart. Because, Samuel, Hollywood believes that a strong woman is one that has to be physically strong, punching people, beating people up. I think strength comes in femininity. There's a world of difference. I think actually being a woman, being feminine, is far more powerful than a woman pretending to be a man and thinking that's really power. So, I mean, you see, Brie Larson has been involved in all this sort of filth. You know, she's been toxic for a long time. One of my first videos that really went viral was about Brie Larson. And the video, ironically enough, Mace Windu, Samuel, was actually me doing a juxtaposition. In fact, let me see if I can't find that for a moment. Please give me a moment. Let me see. So when you type in Captain Marvel versus Alita Battle Angel, my video is actually one of the first ones to show up, other than this ad. It had 675,000 views. What was the topic? Was it toxic feminists, we hate women, women are bad? No, it was a juxtaposition between an actually competently done, strong, badass, awesome female character named Alita, the Battle Angel, versus Captain Marvel, which was just pure toxic feminism. And now, for a treat, let's take a look at the flashback here. And come on, let's get through this.
One thing I love about you is you had a great story happen recently about inclusivity and diversity in press. And I'm a white male, and I commended you completely on that. But
Thanks.
most people diversity in press, and I'm a white male, and I commended you completely on that. But
Thanks.
most people, when that article dropped, it was headlines that were completely taking you out of context. Like
Oh, okay.
Oh my God! Look, let me. This guy oozes just this simpery and this disgusting beta male energy. This is a guy that Samuel L. Jackson would like, because he's puking up this effusive praise that's so unearned. Like, this is a guy that Samuel L. Jackson would say is one of the good ones, while he is one of the most repugnant human beings. I mean, just look at the way that he looks and dresses. This is, I mean, this guy offends me in every imaginable way. So if you say that it's because I hate strong women, well, let me just tell you, I also hate really, really weak men. And I actually do hate weak men like this, but I don't hate strong women. I think that
she wants
strong
no white
women
men
are
at, press,
are
which is
amazing.
not what you were saying, and people need to read the articles to actually find out the context of what you were saying.
Yeah.
But as an actor, when you have to say something like that, do you worry about how things get twisted? And for audiences who only do read headlines, can you clarify what you were saying? 'Cause I think it's awesome what you're doing, and I hope
Thanks.
that more actors do it.
I mean, it's hard for me to comment on that because I don't know what the headlines were, or what was said, or what I said, or what people think that I said. All that I know is like, what I'm looking for is to bring more seats up to the table.
Yep.
No one's getting their chair taken away. There's not less seats at the table.
So this is something that you often hear. It's like, oh, I just want to bring more seats to the table, more seats to the table. More seats to the table is bullshit. If you haven't earned a seat at the table, sit the fuck down outside. You're going to drown out a voice that deserves to be there. And I'm not defending movie critics. I think they all fucking suck. But the last thing in the world I want is to listen to a bunch of yentas, a bunch of yapping, flappy gum, overly opinionated, well, you're going to listen to me type of just bitches. And by the way, bitches can be male or female. So absolutely, it could be a beta male like this guy, or it could be an absolute just see you next Tuesday. The point is that putting more people into the conversation, it's just drowning out voices that are more worthy to be heard. Now, if those people are worthy to be there, then that's fine. You can have as many people as you want that are earning their spot. But throwing in a bunch of irrelevant, random people that don't know anything is how Star Wars got in the position that it's in. Kathleen Kennedy would hire a bunch of people based on the color of their skin, based on their politics, that didn't know anything about Star Wars, that didn't care about Star Wars, that were toxically feminist, and we know how all that went.
She wants no white men at sees what you're doing and does it more because we need now the special effects.
Hello, my fellow advocates. Yeah, so this video was one of my most popular, one of my most successful. This video was absolutely brilliant 4 years ago. Wow, it's been a long time. Don't make a strong female character. Make a strong female character. I like that. Yeah, very good. Very good. I like that much. Yeah, one of my most popular videos was people cheering on Alita Battle Angel and shitting on Captain Marvel. Now, are you going to try to make the claim that, well, we really hated both of them, but we're just using one as an example? Well, I'd say blow it out your ass, buddy. Because I loved Alita Battle Angel. It's amazing. Anyway, I guess that's where I'm going to end things. Just Brie Larson, a blast from the past. More ridiculous commentary from people in Hollywood trying to deflect and obfuscate from the reality that people don't like them because they're horrible people that say horrible things and they insult lots of people while thinking that they're virtuous while doing it. Anyway, I hope you all have a great day. Go watch Alita Battle Angel again. I guarantee it's worth it. Anyway, on that note, I bid you guys a good day, and I'll see you next time.